History remembers the triumphs of kings and the rise of great empires. But some chapters of the past were never meant to be opened again. Across endless deserts and forgotten valleys lie ruins older than memory itself. Places sealed, not only by time, but by fear. This is one of those stories. In 1920s, a small archaeological team traveled deep into the Egyptian desert. Their leader, Professor Daniel Whitmore, believed he had found evidence of a lost burial site belonging to a mysterious ruler whose name appeared only once in ancient records. The king was called Amun-Reth. No temples were dedicated to him. No statues carried his face. It was as if history itself had tried to erase him. Local guides refused to enter the valley where the professor wanted to dig. They said the place had no birds, no animals, and no wind. Only silence. Whitmore ignored the warnings. For archaeologists, silence often means something important is hidden beneath the sand. After several days of digging, one of the workers uncovered a flat stone carved with strange markings. The symbols were not typical hieroglyphs. They were warnings. One translation read, "Let the king sleep in darkness." Another line was even more disturbing. "Those who open the gate will invite the shadow." Despite the message, the team continued. Curiosity has always been stronger than fear. By sunset, the workers uncovered a staircase descending into the earth. Cold air drifted upward from the darkness below. Whitmore lit a lantern and stepped inside. The tunnel walls were covered in faded paintings showing terrified priests in a black circle covering the sun. At the end of the passage stood a sealed stone chamber. In the center rested a sarcophagus carved from dark granite. The face on the lid showed a king. But unlike most royal tombs, this one looked frightened. His eyes were wide, his expression frozen in terror. When the lid was finally opened, the chamber fell silent. Inside lay the mummy of Amun-Reth, wrapped in layers of cloth covered with protective symbols. Far more symbols than any burial the team had ever seen. Clutched in the king's hands was a small stone sphere, perfectly black and smooth. No one knew what it was. That night, strange things began to happen. The camp lanterns flickered without wind. Several workers reported hearing footsteps moving slowly around the tents. But when they looked outside, no one was there. Just a silent desert. By morning, 2 workers refused to continue and left the site. Professor Whitmore insisted it was only imagination. Yet even he began to feel uneasy. While studying the tomb walls the next evening, he noticed a final hidden inscription. It told the story of Amun-Reth's downfall. According to the ancient text, the king had tried to summon a power older than the Egyptian gods. A power that came from darkness beyond the sky. The priests tried to stop him. When the rituals went wrong, famine and sickness spread across the land. In fear, the priests captured the king and sealed him inside the tomb with protective symbols meant to trap whatever force he had unleashed. And beneath the final carving were 5 chilling words.
Do not release the shadow again.
The next morning, Professor Whitmore ordered the tomb sealed. No artifacts were taken. No records were published. The expedition packed its equipment and left the valley forever. Years later, historians tried to locate the site again, but the desert had erased every trace of the excavation. Some believe the tomb still lies buried somewhere beneath the sand, silent, waiting, because history sometimes hides its darkest secrets for a reason. And some doors, once opened, should never be opened again.
Mm-hmm.